Much of the world still reacting tonight to the capture and arrest of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife. The two were captured by U.S. forces during an overnight operation on Saturday, and today Venezuela's military leader demanding his release. Glad you're with us tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle Esteban. White House officials say Maduro now faces an indictment that alleges criminal activity over 25 years. The allegations accuse him of flooding the U.S. with cocaine and corrupting his own country. He and his wife expected to be in federal court tomorrow, where there will be high security. Meanwhile, Venezuela's Vice President Delcy Rodriguez is serving as acting president of the country. She and Venezuela's defense minister right now demanding that Maduro and his wife be released.
We here demand the swift release of our commander-in-chief, the president of all Venezuelans, and his first lady. It was an act of cowardice, but it also represents a threat to the world order.
Many Venezuelans here in the U.S. and around the world celebrating the end of Maduro's rule. This is video from the Colombian border where dozens gathered to dance in celebration of the arrest. Maduro's arrest ends his nearly 13-year tenure as Venezuela's leader. He rose to power back in 2013. Then he won controversial elections in 2019 and 2024 that many nations, including here in the U.S., say were illegitimate. The arrest of Maduro has also sparked pockets of protest from California to Mexico City, even Spain. Protesters decrying the actions of the U.S., the arrest of Maduro, and the White House's plan to tap Venezuela's oil reserves. Some protesters held signs that read things like "No blood for oil" and "U.S. out of the Caribbean." At 21 years old, local Venezuelan American Paula Lamas made the difficult decision to not return to her country. She may be a familiar face. She is a former anchor at our sister station, KUNS. The political situation in Venezuela had turned dangerous, so Lamas and her mother were forced to stay in the U.S. Today, Lamas sat down with KOMO's Claire Weber to explain both her joy and fear over the news of Maduro's capture.
A cautious celebration.
Many of us thought that we will never see the day that Nicolas Maduro and Cilia Flores will see or face justice. We thought that will never happen.
As many Venezuelans rejoice over the U.S. military operation that led to the capture of Nicolas Maduro, Paula Lamas explains she still has fears about an uncertain future.
Because it's not over. This is the beginning of the end.
For years, Lamas says Venezuelans have suffered under Maduro's regime. More than 90% of the country lives in poverty, according to the Wilson Center, and nearly 8 million Venezuelans have fled in the past decade.
They fled the country not because they want to be a tourist, it's because they force them to look for a future, to look for food, and to look for help and a better life.
Unable to return herself, Lamas is hopeful now she and other Venezuelans will get to safely go back home.
We will be witnesses of how many flights are going to get back to Venezuela full of people.
Still, Lamas says she's not fully at peace yet.
The fear that we have right now is that they use more repression to the population, and this transition could be a little bit more bloodier or painful.
Despite the uncertainty, hope triumphs for Lamas and other Venezuelans.
We're going to start rebuilding Venezuela, a beautiful country, a rich country that can help everybody else and can be the example that we can have a transition, that we can destroy a dictatorship without a war.
In Seattle, Claire Weber, KOMO News.